welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, we are going to be doing the cash envelope stuffing for the third week in the month of July. If you missed the video where I did my budget for the third week in July, I will link it above in the cards as well as down below, but this is a look at the budget. I went through, figured out what my plan was for the week, and then on camera as well, I broke down the cash that I was going to need to stuff my cash envelopes. Since filming that video, I have gone to the bank and pulled out all of the cash. So we are going to stuff my envelopes and my sinking funds today. This is my favorite part of budgeting, and I know it's your guys' favorite of my budget videos as well. So I'm going to get this cash all laid out. I'm going to pull out my wallet and we are going to get started. I'm going to set my planner here with my cash envelope breakdown off to the side so that I can reference it. And let's just start laying out this cash. So I pulled $471 out of the bank. 40 of that I have already given to my husband. Fun fact, it is actually Friday right now when I am filming this. I took this money out of the bank on Tuesday and it's just been sitting here. I haven't had an opportunity to film, so a little bit behind. This video is actually supposed to go up today. That's fine. We'll get it done. So I'm just going to lay out the cash here to the side. My 20s, my 10s, my 50s. Get everything laid out nice and neat, and then we'll get started. Alright, so we are going to start with the envelopes that stay in my wallet. These are my weekly expenses that I keep in cash. This wallet is from Amazon. It is a cash envelope wallet. It was very affordable, and I've really been loving using it. So we're just gonna go through and stuff our envelopes. Looking at my planner here, the first envelope we need to stuff is gasoline, and it's gonna get $50. All of my envelopes are starting out empty. I've already taken the extra money that I had from my envelopes and sent that off as an extra debt payment. I did that in my week 2 budget results video, so make sure that you check that out if you missed it. But for my gasoline envelope, we're doing $50. We're gonna do 2 20s and a 10. 1, 2 20s and a 10. That's 20, 40, 50, and that's gonna go into the gas envelope. This will pay for gas for the week, and anything that we have left over in this envelope, if we have anything left over, will go towards my gas sinking fund. We'll save it for another week. All right. Next up, we have miscellaneous, which is also getting $50. And again, we're going to do 2 20s and a 10. So we'll flip to my miscellaneous envelope, which is here. And we'll take 2 20s and a 10. These envelopes actually came with the wallet. They are sort of a coated paper envelope. They're holding up very nicely, I must say. I'm pretty impressed. I kind of expected that I would have them destroyed in the first week or 2, but so far so good. Alright, pulling my planner back in here. Next up, I have my personal spending, which is going to be $40. And we're going to do a 20 and 2 10s. So let's see. Here's my spending envelope right up in the front. And we're going to take a 20 and 2 10s. 20, 30, 40. And that will go in my spending envelope. And my spending category just covers pretty much anything that I want to spend. It's like my allowance, my personal money. Whatever I want to use that for, I can. I give myself permission to spend a little bit every week so that my debt free journey isn't completely miserable. I'm not cutting myself off from spending entirely. All right, my planner back in here. Next up is my husband's spending. I already gave him his $40 on Tuesday when we actually took the money out, so that's already been done. And the final envelope that stays in my wallet is eating out. We're doing $50 for eating out this week, and we broke this down quite a bit. So we're going to do a 20, 2 10s, a 5, and 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me get this out of the way. I'll go ahead and count this up and make sure that that is accurate. 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Perfect. And that goes in eating out. So that should cover all of my envelopes then. I got spending, gasoline, eating out, miscellaneous, and the only other envelope that I keep in my wallet is this 2-bank envelope. So if I have spending from one of these categories that I need to do, but I can't use cash for whatever reason, we have a coin shortage right now, so that's a big reason, or if I just, I need to swipe my debit card, or I'm buying something online, I then take the cash out of the cash envelope and put it in the 2-bank envelope, and then at the end of the week, anything in my 2-bank envelope gets deposited back in the bank to cover the spending that I did. So that's it for my cash envelopes. I'm going to get this back in my wallet, and we're going to pull in our sinking funds. So I keep my sinking funds in this accordion folder. I got this from Amazon. In here, there are many, many tabs. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I love this accordion folder specifically because it has a flat bottom, as you can see, so it stands up all on its own. See, no hands. It makes it really easy to go through here and get what I need. I love it. I'm going to have this linked down below, as well as anything else that I used in this video. The wallet. I guess that's pretty much it. I'll also have the budget planner that I use, my Budget by Paycheck workbook, and all the other stuff I use on a regular basis for budgeting linked. So let's go ahead and get into the sinking funds. So pulling my planner back in here, we are going to start with campground, which is going to get $50. So I just go into my accordion folder here behind the campground tab. All of my sinking fund categories have a labeled tab. I don't know how well you can see that. So I just go into the campground tab, and the way that I keep my sinking funds is I have the stack of cash that I've been saving, as well as a little index card where I keep track of what's going into the fund, what's coming out of the fund. Hold that thought. I'm going to flip this over because the last time I did a cash envelope stuffing and I had an upside down bill, it drove me crazy while I was editing. Usually that type of thing doesn't bother me, but this time it definitely did. Okay, that's better. So as you can see, in my campground fund, I have $497. Hopefully you can see. I'm trying not to zoom in too far, but I might be zoomed out too far at this point. That's all right. You'll just have to trust me when I say there's $497 in there. And we are going to add 50 today. You might be able to see here that I used some cash out of this fund last week. I had an electric bill due at our campground that I had actually forgotten to budget for, so I just pulled it out of my campground fund. If you're not familiar with this fund, this is money that I'm saving up a little bit throughout the year so that in October I can pay our annual campsite fee. We have a camper that sits on a campground all year round, and it costs, I think, $1,300 or so to have that campsite annually. So that's what this money is for. In addition to that, we also pay for any electricity that we use at the campground, and that's not a monthly bill. They send it after the amount reaches $50 or more, so I keep forgetting about it. So I might just start adding extra money into this campground fund in the future so that I have it when those bills come in. But for this, at this point in time, I just went ahead and took that money out of here, and it worked out just fine. Okay, short story long. So $497, we're adding $50 today, which should mean we have $547. And by we, I mean me. So we're gonna add $50. We're just gonna add a $50 for my cash envelopes that stay in my wallet. I've been taking smaller bills due to the coin shortage. But these sinking funds aren't gonna be spent for quite a while, so I don't mind using larger bills for those. So I'm going to count this up really quickly and make sure that we do indeed have that 547. So we have 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 70, 90, 510, 530, 540, 45, 46, 47. So that's accurate. $547 in our campground fund. That will just go back then into our campground tab. And we'll move on to the next sinking fund, which is car tags and maintenance. And we're going to add $25 to that one. So we'll go behind car tags and pull out that fund. That fund currently has $509 in it, and we are adding $25 today, so that will give us $534. So we're going to add in a 20 and a 5. Put the 20s with the 20s and the 5 with the 5s, and we'll do the same. We'll count this up. 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Perfect. I always like to count up the money every week just to make sure that I didn't neglect to write something down or to make sure I didn't add extra money by mistake. Sometimes I am so busy worried about whether the camera is focused and you guys can see me and hear me and everything that I'm a little distracted with my budget. So I might grab a 10 instead of a 20, or I might just add wrong, which happens all the time on camera. So I always like to count it up just to make sure. Double check myself. All right, next up is Christmas, and we're gonna do 25 in Christmas. So Christmas stays in this envelope here. I actually created a new envelope this last week because my one that I was using was all filled up with the writing. So this fund, according to my envelope here, has $705. It is my goal to reach $1,000 by November so that I have time to do my Christmas shopping. So we are definitely on track for that, which is great. So we are going to add $25 today, which should mean we have $730. So we're going to add a 20 and a 5. And again, we'll stick the 5 with the 5s and the 20 with the 20s, and then we'll count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40, 60, 80, 6, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 700, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $730. So that'll go back in the envelope and back behind the Christmas tab. Moving right along. Next up we have hunting. I'm going to add $25 to my husband's hunting fund. Hunting season comes in October, and this money is going to cover his hunting license, any supplies that he needs, that sort of thing. So we've been saving up a little bit here and there for that. This fund currently has $190 in it. We're adding $25 today. For a total of $215. We're going to add a 20 and a 5. Let's count this up. 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 5, 10, 15. Perfect. We are just flying through these today. No mistakes so far. Knock on wood. All right. Next up is home maintenance. We're going to add $25 to home maintenance. And home maintenance is one of these funds that I add money to, and then it seems like we immediately have to take it back out for something. So home maintenance right now has $50 in it. We're going to add 25 more today. $25, that's the last of my 5s. And that's a very old beat up 5, but it still spends. Oh, and then we need to do the total. 50 plus 25 is 75. So we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75. Hopefully this money will be able to stay in there for long enough to build up, but it seems like every time I add a little tiny bit, it immediately has to get taken back out. There's always little projects we're doing around the house. This home maintenance covers anything like that, any home improvements we want to make, as well as any repairs or you know, furnace filters, that sort of thing. So definitely need to build this one up. Next up, we have YouTube. So I earn a little bit of money here on YouTube from the ads that you guys watch at the beginning of my videos. Thank you for that, by the way. I get paid out from YouTube once a month, and I need to set aside my own taxes. They don't take taxes out, so I always take 30% of whatever the amount is that I bring in. This month, I need to set aside $74, and we're going to do a 50, a 20, and 4 ones. So 50, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are almost done here, folks. So I guess I should pull in my fund here. This currently has $249 in it. We're adding $74. And my calculator tells me that's 323. I wasn't trying to do that mental math. All right, so let's get these organized here. 50, 20, and 1s, and then we'll count this up. Oh, I didn't write in my total. 323. Okay. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 70, 90, 310, 315, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Perfect. This will just stay in my accordion folder and continue to get added to throughout the year, and then whenever I file my taxes and figure out how much I owe, I'll be able to use this money to cover that. So that'll go back behind YouTube. And last but not least, I have Savopoly. If you're not familiar with Savopoly, I'll show you guys the little printable. It's a fun savings printable that I found online. I just searched savings printable and came across this one. I've been saving with Savopoly since December, and I've just been using this as sort of extra savings, extra money. I use it whenever I need it for something or I want to treat myself with something. So I haven't accumulated all of this. I've slowly kind of brought it in and then sent it back out over the course of the year, but it's been great whenever I've needed extra spending money. So we're going to save $17 this week. So hopefully that's what I have left here. 10, 15, 16, 17. Perfect. No mistakes this week. That's awesome. So my little Savopoly card is all filled up here, so I keep extra cards in the back of my accordion folder for just such an occasion. So we'll just start a new one. Savopoly. Last time I had $44. I did spend some last week. I bought myself an electric kettle and a few other little fun things from Amazon. I also bought the materials to build my overhead camera mount. My husband built me a camera mount from copper pipe, and I bought the materials for that using my Savopoly. So we had $276. I spent a good chunk of it, but that's what this money's here for, just for anything that I want. So today we are going to add $17. So that should be what, $61? Let's double check that math really quickly. I'm really bad at mental math, you guys. Yep, 61. Okay. So we will, once again, organize my denominations here. And we'll count this up. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. All right. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for my cash envelope stuffing for July week 3. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you guys in my next video.